Alright, sup folks? How are y'all doing today? First and foremost, can the game be heard? Is my question. Oh, I am streaming on Twitch as well. I'm more so testing a multi-stream feature. Quite frankly, I've done the multi-streaming before, but my main motivation for trying it out is because I watched a Moist Critical video talking about how multi-streaming is good for streamers. So there's that, I guess. Also, if you are joining me on YouTube, please make sure you read the stream title, not the pinned message. If you're using YouTube, you must type your IDs only with commas, basically. Anyways, the moment I began, someone already used a skip queue, so that's crazy. Give me 1 second. And another one. I guess we're gonna do the first two skip queues in order, and then we're gonna get into the main list, which is kind of crazy because I was hoping we could. I think I've seen this level already, but we'll take a look at it again. If I recall correctly, when I saw this level last, I did not send it. I like the subtle atmosphere this level has. The screen tearing on my end is not really helping. Also, I am streaming on a new monitor, which is why my frame rate is, instead of 165, it is 60 frames per second. So streaming quality might be a little bit down, because this will be the norm from now on, for the foreseeable future. And it also means I'll probably be worse in gameplay, just trying to get used to it. Like, for me personally, just playing with the wave on native 60 hertz, it just feels very weird for me. Alright. Let's see if I know. Hang on. Okay. About this level, I believe I've seen it before, and if I recall correctly, though I didn't put it into a folder, I didn't send it. I like the atmosphere, but it does feel fairly empty for me. I don't know if you can hear, but my keyboard. Yeah. It makes noise now, so that's fun. We got another ID that we are gonna take real quick, and then... What? That's not what I wanted to copy. Okay, I had a feeling that kills you. Oh, playing on this bulky keyboard is gonna feel weird. I think it's worth putting practice mode for this one. Oh yeah, I'm using a Bluetooth keyboard too. I have come to realize that because my keyboard is not wired, that means that the inputs would be delayed by a little bit. How fun! The thing I do appreciate about this gameplay is that while it does use hitbox grazing and corner jumps, it doesn't do it too excessively. Okay. Scene changes here could be a bit irritating if you were to move directly fast, and then you die. At least the checkpoint's there, but just a bit of a warning in terms of the gameplay. There we go. Hey, who are you? And why do you have a potato?
He's not a potato, he's my son.
God damn it.
He's not a potato, he's my son. He's not a potato.
Quite the song choice.
At least I don't think so. He's not a potato, he's my son.
Okay, with that out of the way, I would say it's a solid level all around. Good theming, good colors used to represent the desert theme, and the gameplay is solid for what it's worth. I do appreciate the fan mechanics, does keep things a bit more interesting. I would say it's a solid demon level. For the record, this stream's not going to be for too long. I might do another level request stream later today, and that might just be Twitch only because it kind of feels weird streaming on both, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, now that that's done and over with, it's time for us to go ahead and do this, the main queue. As per usual, I do the first three in order, and then I move on to randomization. I can see the levels going for a particular vibe, which I do appreciate. The contents of the block design leaves more to be desired, though. Not really feeling much from this. A large portion of the block design is just these transparent blocks that you could find in like the first couple tabs. And in my opinion, while they sufficiently label the block design, I guess, I just don't think they are impressive standalone as block designs. It's kind of underwhelming. Can at least appreciate the theme otherwise, but I can't really give the level credit from a visual perspective. Unfortunately, this would be a no send for me. Alright, next one. But yeah, are you guys able to hear my keyboard typing, I guess? Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to do an audio check. I should have given a warning. Anyways. Now that that's done and over with. About how long am I gonna stream? It's gonna be for like an hour max. I don't even know how long I've been streaming now. It's been almost 20 minutes. Let's do this one now. Block designs are alright here. Good transition. Interesting. Don't really like the colors in that part as... Oh. Those stars reminded me of the ones in Metal Test by Comet Faced. I might want to double check that for a second. I do like the visual changes and how fluid they are. It doesn't really have a consistent theme for all I care though. But that's okay. Yeah. Alright. Gameplay was not bad. I thought it was enjoyable. But now comes the question of other things. Okay. Let's make a copy of this. And I think they're different enough. Should be fine. They're not exactly the same. I do think that I don't know if there was credit given though. Yeah. Did the level say anything about Okay. So my concern with this level is the fact that there doesn't seem to be a direct credit of Metal Test, which I believe was the main inspiration for those stars, personally. I wouldn't say it's outright stealing, because these do not look one for one. It could have been recreated. But I do think that when it comes to stuff like this, credit should be given where it's due. Nonetheless, I do think it's a solid level. Alright. And we got another skip queue, which is the third of the day. And it's an extreme demon platformer. which I will have to watch on my own time. It's a 16-minute long video. Let me see the video for sure. One second. Yeah, the video is 9 minutes and 58 seconds long. I'm not going to bother with this right now. I am going to put this on the wayside. I've already seen this level, and I have not sent it. Not huge on the colors here. Also, don't really like this television aesthetic that's with these screens. I've seen a lot of modern levels, especially, or really any levels in general, do that, and while I can understand the aesthetic, I just don't think it looks great in certain circumstances. I'm not really sure if this level has a particular theme. Very different parts visually. So it's more like an ambitious collab of sorts, I would say. Pretty interesting designs here. Would look better without the chromatic glitch effect though. This is kind of cool. Dassfy's part is pretty good. This could be a 8 or 9 star. I'm pretty sure they recommended it for Demon, didn't they? Oh, nope, they didn't. It's reasonable. Solid level overall. I thought that the last couple of parts were the strongest visually, and they do carry the level quite a bit. My main concern, of course, is, as with any other Mega Collab out there in the world, the quality is inconsistent, because the first half of the level kind of just feels more standard in modern design, whereas the last couple of parts were a lot more artistic in execution. Hi, I'm not sure how to... Hello, Mine. How are you doing? Fancy seeing you here. Alright, anyways. I would send this for a 9-star feature, I'd say. Solid level overall. Inconsistency is where the level kind of holds back, though. And once again, we have another skipped queue. Let's get to this one. This will probably be the last skip queue of the day because I would like to get more people from the YouTube side have their levels get played, and if this stream is flooded with skipped queues, then chances are for a stream that's dedicated to having more accessibility to people who have YouTube accounts, then it just kind of defeats the purpose of the stream. But we'll see. Interesting theme. I kind of like this. Block design is repetitive, though. So it does change a bit, which is good. While I appreciate that the style changes an additional 2 more times, this last part is structurally and more fundamentally similar to the first part of the level. So a lot of the block design in the first part was essentially the same, the tile sets just copy pasted over for rectangular shapes and whatnot. And essentially it's the same thing in this final part. I do think it looks alright, for what it's worth. But I do question if it is a bit excessive, too. Which level of theirs did I play previously? I'm trying to figure out. Alright. Figured out how to give this a shot. Alright. Now that that's done and over with, we're... Oh wait, I gotta put this in the folder. Now that that's done and over with, we can go back to the main queue. I believe that was 3 levels in order already. So, what I'm going to do is randomize, as I usually do with the streams like this. So, without further ado, Pixels-X by Elier ST. Lots of pixel objects layered on top of each other here, I can see. Weird placed arrow. That's a lot more narrower than you think. Very, very visually empty compared to the previous part, which felt a lot more cluttered. Ironically enough, I prefer this part more just because I could see the details a bit more. But then the thing is, the details are really just the white outlines and nothing else. Very, very strong quality discrepancies that I don't know how I feel about it. Also, I don't like how this text box kinda is distracting from the core gameplay. That was the case with the first part, where a platform was very close to this box, and I nearly misread that. Oh wait, it does cover the gameplay. A person who's playing this level on average would not even understand that, and have to just guess. That's not very fun. Another word of advice. It seems like the main objects of attraction of that are the main platformers are denoted by these particular pixel blocks. However, with that in mind, if you are going to put a background element, make sure that it's clear that it's a background element, because the brightness of this pipe and the outlines give the idea that it is something you can interact with, and that threw me off. Make sure to differentiate that and make it clearer that it is a background element. How long is this level again? 3 minutes?
Let's go.
A lot of objects on the background kind of overlapping with each other. It feels really, really messy in my opinion. But I do like the theme in this particular part. Nicely works with the song. Adds some added action to the level. Huh? The pentagram designs covering the screen is a bit distracting. I would probably recommend putting that in the background rather than the foreground, so that there could be a similar effect in having those show up, but it wouldn't be as distracting. Was I getting a phone call for a second? I was. Sorry, hang on a second. Okay, Phone call is over. Now I can resume this level. Let me quickly check on the Twitch chat for a second. Your stream is a lot smoother. No, I'm streaming on a different monitor, and I'm using OBS. I think I might do another level request stream directly after this hour is done and over with, but I'm gonna do it exclusively on Twitch though. I see. So now that that is the level, I can now give my thoughts, and unfortunately, I did not enjoy that, if I'm being completely honest. With all due respect, it seems like this level was trying to be ambitious with its theming and whatnot, or really just oscillating between different ideas. But in attempting to do so, it ends up throwing a lot of details on screen to the point that it just really, really clashes, and it doesn't really look great. It ends up feeling very cluttered, messy, and deprives my ability to fully enjoy the visuals a lot. Sometimes that would cut into the gameplay as well, and even though the runtime of well over 3 minutes is something I could have taken into consideration and whatnot, the fact of the matter is the execution could have been a lot better. I apologize. Still getting used to the setup. Alright, next level. Color Nostalgia by Zeta. Well, come to think, I could probably, instead of doing a Twitch stream directly after, I could do one exclusively on YouTube. I think Streamlabs should be able to accommodate for that. I'm using OBS, by the way, but I typically use Streamlabs. I used to use OBS when I was starting off with streaming and whatnot, but then I decided to take to Twitch. I'm getting another phone call. 1 second. Finally. Sorry for the delay. Anyways, I am back. What time is the next stream starting? No promises yet because I likely will, but I'm not too sure. I'm gonna skip this level. Good effort, but definitely not within standards right now. Peaceful by I am your dad, maybe. Not much decoration to show for here. Cheerful visuals, at least. Hackland by Virtualoid. That is a familiar name. I'm fumbling this gameplay hard, so I'll just watch a video. Wait, this is doable. I should probably show you guys then. That's a really tough timing there. Gameplay kind of feels awkward to play at times, but I really like this theming here. I would say that this gameplay is around medium, high and medium demon difficulty. Okay, I was not the biggest fan of that gameplay. directional changes are made sort of clear by the arrows, but I think these arrows serve more as jump indicators than actual clear directional cues. And the fact that during mid-rotation you have active gameplay too, it kind of throws the player off. Hard to say if I really enjoyed this gameplay at all, to be honest. I thought that the vertical boss fight gameplay was really cool. Didn't really like the multi-directional gameplay there. But overall, this is a really solid level. I do like that a fair bit. I just think that the execution could have been a little bit better in terms of gameplay, because it wasn't particularly the most fun experience I had. But gotta give credit where credit's due. This is a really sick level visually. Alright. I think we're gonna take one more and then I'll stop for now. I might do another stream. I wanted to say immediately after, but we'll take a look, because I'm just gonna quickly hop on call with someone else for a second and then see where that leads me. Alright, next one. Augmented by Genghis Gongus. Let's take a look. Interesting. I am being stupid right now, for sure. Bruh. I'm clearly not understanding this properly. That wasn't meant to happen. Find another exit. Interesting. That's an interesting twist right there. Bruh. That's a really dark ending, I think. Your doppelganger gets to see the light while you're stuck down there forever. That's a really cool concept idea. Overall, I'd say the level looks pretty good. Nice usage of pixel blocks. I like the concept too, even though it was like really hard for me to understand. It would probably be something I'd understand with more practice. Despite the general grayscale color scheme and openness that some of the backgrounds do have, I think that the usage of the pixel blocks, for what it's worth, has been done pretty well. This is a 7-star. I strongly disagree with that. I think it takes a while to truly understand the gameplay concept of this for it to be like anything later. Lower than that. So I'll probably give this a demon, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I'm missing something, but I really don't think this is a 7-star at all. Not in the slightest. Alright, we're gonna take one more and then that's it. It's just a challenge level. A Mess by Sammy the Best 29. Requested by a random GD player. Bruh. Oh. That's kind of narrow. Definitely some really learning gameplay I feel here. Hard for me to get consistent here. So, it's a bit hard for me to judge fully. It did feel a bit annoying in several timings, but again, this is not really my skill set. And then you fall into the atmosphere. Interesting impact frame. I don't see a lot of creators create impact frames animations, but this creator tried to do so. A lot of chaos on screen. But the level has some really nice block design and visuals, I have to say. I can't really speak for the gameplay experience, but it is quite cool, honestly, overall. I do think that the last couple of parts were a bit underwhelming because I feel like we've seen similar design schemes in the earlier part of the level. Not to mention, the song kind of isn't that good, in my opinion, but for what it's worth, the level's pretty good. I do like it. And I'm willing to give credit to the level for how much it tries to provide visually. It doesn't look all that bad either. I think an epic rating is fair enough. Today, for some reason, I cannot talk. I'm not really doing a good job talking. Anyways, that has been 1 hour of stream time. I think I'm going to end the stream here. I might stream either on Twitch or on YouTube, but I'm going to use Streamlabs instead, and it will just be localized to exclusively one or the other. In the meantime, this stream was ultimately just a way for me to test the multi-stream experience from both Twitch and YouTube, whereas I usually primarily stream on Twitch exclusively. So hopefully this was an enjoyable experience, whatnot, etc. I don't know. I might do this again, depending on how things go. But for now, if your level's been played, congratulations. If not, next time. I stream quite frequently, at the very least on Twitch. I'll see you guys later.